If you're thinking about moving to Needville, Texas, and you want the good, the bad, and the ugly, the real deal about this town, this is the video for you. I'm standing here in front of the future development of Milo Farms. This development is on FM 360 and Warnicki Road, right outside Needville, straight shot that way to Highway 59. This development is going to be approximately 465 acres. According to the developer, Rooted Development, he said it's basically going to be a small master plan community. 1,400 total lots. As you can see behind me, they're just moving dirt right now. They haven't started on any roads or any of the infrastructure or anything like that yet. However, I do have confirmation from the developer that the first houses will be being built around May of this year, 2026. So that's exciting. We're only a few months off from the time we start seeing houses actually go up here and go up for sale. I also got some information from the developer, straight from the developer's mouth, about what builders are going to be going into this neighborhood. You want some of the ugly? This is the hard part of being on FM 360. This is a super busy road. I know I'm kind of like doing a little squirrel moment here, but so as I said, this is Highway 59 this way. If you go about 4 miles that way, you're gonna hit Highway 59. If you go about 5 miles this way, you're going to go straight into Needville, into town. We are outside town in the county, but it's a straight shot from Needville to Highway 59. So this is a very busy road. The homes that get built here by the road are definitely gonna have some frontage noise to go with that. But you know, usually the developers are pretty good about putting up some nice solid fences to kind of cut down on that sound. So as I said, I did speak directly to the developer to get this information, and I am bringing it to you because I want to be your go-to realtor when you decide to move to Needville. The first thing that he told me was the first builder that has secured lots here is D.R. Horton, which I'm super excited to hear that. I love D.R. Horton. They're one of my favorite entry to mid-level builders, and their prices are usually really good for the amount of square footage that you get. I've sold a lot of D.R. Horton homes and all my clients have been super happy with them. So that's the first builder that I can tell you about. And they have, as of right now, secured about 600 lots out of 1,400 in this neighborhood. So they're definitely going to be one of the premier builders here. The next builder that I can confirm for you is Smith Douglas Homes. They have several neighborhoods throughout the Houston area. They have a really good website if you want to go take a look at what their products are. They do kind of the same thing as D.R. Horton. Now, D.R. Horton is the biggest builder in America, but these guys do something very similar to D.R. Horton as far as size and price wise. So I think it's going to be another good option for the neighborhood. So you're going to expect to see anywhere price range. I'm expecting somewhere between 250 to like 400,000, which is kind of a sweet spot for what you're going to get in Needville on these new construction homes. I think it's going to be really competitive with the other neighborhoods that are going up, which I will be bringing you more information about those other neighborhoods too. So definitely stay tuned. But the thing about Smith Douglas that I noticed is that, and I haven't sold any Smith Douglas homes, so I would be happy to work with them, and definitely keep me in mind if you're thinking about new construction in the next couple of years in Needville. But Smith Douglas looks like they have more maybe flexibility. Whereas D.R. Horton, I have seen, it depends on the neighborhood, so I'm not sure what D.R. Horton is exactly going to do here yet. But sometimes with D.R. Horton, you're not able to make any of your selections. They just have like packages of selections, right? So the floors are already picked, the countertops, the cabinet color, that kind of thing. You might pick from A, B, or C what's available here. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to do that in this neighborhood yet, so just keep that in mind. That's a possibility. But it looks like Smith Douglas, you have some flexibility to be able to pick your colors, pick your granite colors, your cabinet colors, flooring, that kind of thing. And normally what that process is you come in, you select your lot, and then we write the contract, you put a little bit of earnest money down, and then we kind of go through the process and we go to the design center together. We pick out all your selections, which is a really fun day. So just keep that in mind. I mean, there's going to be some flexibility here, but something else that I think you definitely will be interested in is what kind of amenities does this neighborhood have? This neighborhood is, like I said, the developer told me they have a very big master plan community background. This developer does. They worked in Cinco Ranch. They worked in Bridgeland. So those are two of the biggest communities that we have in the Houston area. They are definitely professionals at the master plan community space. So this is going to feel like a small master plan community. Now, where you have Bridgeland and Cinco Ranch, where they have thousands and thousands and thousands of homes, this one's going to be 1,400 lots. So they're not going to have maybe all of the amenities that the bigger, master plan communities have, but that's the goal, is that they're trying to bring you that feel of being in a large master plan, but you're going to have a smaller community. That being said, we're going to have a major rec center. So you're going to have a big rec center here that's built, and he did tell me that they were able to save some of the big oak trees, and so the grounds around the rec center are going to be really pretty. Got some big shaded oak trees, so that's going to be really nice. And then they're going to have pickleball courts. They're going to have a swimming pool. They're going to have the trails and things to walk. And then the overall feel of the neighborhood is going to be very manicured, landscaped. It's going to be really, really nice. I think this is going to be a great addition to Needville. Now, I told you in the beginning, we're going to talk about the good, bad, and the ugly. This is one of those neighborhoods that, among many that are getting built in Needville right now. I'm speaking to you right now in February of 2026. So there are thousands of homes that are being built in Needville right now. We've been telling people, the agents here from Needville, we've been telling people for years that this is the place to invest. So if you didn't listen to us then, you should listen to us now. This area of town is ideal for investing, and you want to get in the beginning of these neighborhoods. If you're going to buy a home, I always tell all my clients, if you're going to buy a new construction home, buy in the beginning of the subdivision. In the beginning, you're going to have to deal with some crap, right? You're going to have to deal with construction sounds. You're going to have to deal with maybe some trash in the roads or whatever, a lot of traffic for these big trucks coming in and out. But you're going to get the best price if you buy in the beginning of the neighborhood. All right. That's one thing that I'll tell you. If you're considering buying in Needville, buy in the beginning, but also you have to plan to stay long term. Don't buy in a new neighborhood if you're planning on selling within 3 years. You need to at least plan to be here for 5, 6, 7 years before you're going to want to sell this home if you're going to buy new construction. Because if you don't do that, if you don't wait, then you're going to be competing with the builder. They're still going to be building new houses, and you're going to be ready to sell, and you're not going to be able to sell your house very easily, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, the ugly part I was telling you that I'm going to get to is this is a small town. Needville is a rural community, okay? We have always been a farming community. And so it is taking a lot of time for some people to come around to the idea that Needville is growing, okay? So expect that when you come in, if and when you encounter some people that have been here for a long, long time, that there is some pushback from a lot of people regarding the growth, right? So it's always been small town mindset, and now we're going through the adjustment period of people getting used to the idea that you might walk into the grocery store and not know anybody, okay? So you might encounter that, but I will say that as time goes on, things are progressing, mindsets are progressing. But I think, when you think about where we are and where do we shop? So people who are from here, people who have lived here all their lives, we go into Sugarland all the time. And this is what I try to tell people when we have this conversation. We go into Sugarland all the time. I go to the movies in Sugarland. I go shopping at the mall in Sugarland. I go, out to eat in Sugarland all the time. We do all of our things, right? Sugarland used to be a farming community also. So it's just, and now you would never know that unless you just know, but that's kind of how Needville, we're going to get there, right? So give us some time. People will come around. So I feel like, this is a lot of just kind of growing pains that we're going to go through, but I think everybody's going to be okay. The schools are growing here. We're building new schools, which I'm going to make a separate video about the schools. So keep a lookout for that. I wanted to give you some information about this project. This is Milo Farms. It's going to be approximately 1,400 lots. Some great builders here. I feel like just talking to the developer that they have a lot of experience with this, and I think it's going to be a really, really nice neighborhood to consider if you are looking to purchase here. Like I said, the homes will start being available for purchase in around May of 2026. So if you are interested and you want to look and you want to talk to some builders, then please do reach out to me. I'm going to put my phone number down below, and I look forward to working with you. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions about Needville, feel free to reach out.